Hi, everyone. I want to jump in and send lots of support and help to those who need it right now. So this is a little bit of a rogue live here with no specific agenda, but to help. So I'm very fortunate that I'm in Western Australia right now. Like most of my followers are in Western Australia. However, for those that don't know, my family and all of my friends and my entire upbringing is from Sydney. So I'm acutely aware of what's happening in Sydney and in the world right now. And when I say in the world, I guess we need to look beyond our own country right now and really feel for the circumstances in Afghanistan as well. But that is not why I'm here today, to reflect back to you what you already know. I'm here to actually remind you of the power and the sovereignty that you have within yourself today. So remember that we as humans get to choose where our attention goes and where our direction of our focus or our thoughts go. So what this means is that if you're investing a lot of time or energy into looking at the media, watching the news, watching what's happening, and it feels heavy for you, I would lovingly suggest that you actually put down what I heard yesterday to be called the weapon of mass distraction. So our phones are amazing and empowering for keeping us connected right now, which is one of my number one values. However, if you're feeling like you're taking on this information and these messages and they feel heavy for you, put your phone down, turn off the TV. Where your attention and your focus goes has a direct influence over how you're feeling right now. Thank you, Benny, for that comment. Guys, put it down, turn it off. You can actually take sovereign responsibility of how you're feeling right now by choosing where your thoughts go. Now, remember, I'm not ignorant to what's going on in the world at all. I spoke with my family on the weekend. I have direct colleagues who I'm actually going to do a live with next week who are in Sydney to really start to help support communities right now. And I'll tag Sean in this so that he can watch this as well. We are going to go live together and do regular catch-ups. But it's clear, it is absolutely clear that it is heavy in Sydney. Now, I know most of you watching this are in Perth, I think. There's a scatter of internationals as well. But Perth people are fucking oblivious right now to how bad it is in the rest of the country. And we can sit on this really high horse right now because our Premier has very actively responded to every case that we have had here. So we are lucky to live in this state where our government reactions have been really aggressive to a single case. Like our whole city shuts down completely with like one case. And I noticed that's something that Sydney has just done, like the 5-kilometer radius thing last weekend. So I'm not here to rant about politics or the government because I certainly don't invest much time or attention there because it feels heavy for me, because I don't like how it feels. And what I focus my attention on and what I want to speak to today is the fact that we can control where our minds are going, where our thoughts are going, and what our bodies can do right now in this climate. So if you're feeling the heaviness, change something. Change something within your control. And this has come up a little bit this week because I've had friends and people in the community say that I'm actually really calm about it all. And I thought about that because it's been reported to me a lot. And it's not from ignorance, and it's not because I've stuck my head in the sandpit. It's actually because I'm very intent on controlling the controllables. It's something I've had to learn through my life by overreacting to things, allowing the energy of things to really take hold of me and my response, and I'm acutely sensitive to small things. So through experiencing that through sickness and my skin, so those who followed this last year and have known me for a while know that last year I battled hardcore with eczema, savage, weeping, bleeding, can't sleep eczema. And a lot of that was how I was responding to my environment. And even on a subconscious level, how I was responding to that environment. So it's really important right now that we are choosing and selecting where our thoughts are going and where our energy and our attention is going. You may have noticed this morning that I put quite an aggressive story up. You might say I was training on my bike and had angry music on, and for me that's a real shapeshifter as to where my energy and my intention is. And I think that a lot of people might feel I'm a little bit hippie orientated or a bit alternative, but I'm a science nut. I want to see evidence, and I have experienced through my own life how much our environment influences us. That's how I have got very sick before, which is why I'm so passionate about our attention, where we choose to spend our time, which includes where we choose to spend our thoughts as well. Turn it off, put it down if you need to hear that. And also cultivate the things in life, like cultivate it, nurture it, grow the things in life you actually freaking love. So I'm sorry if that dog is barking really loudly right now. It is not my dog. But where you want to put your attention, your focus is the tiny little things that you actually freaking love. So the things like making a coffee or sitting down to watch a documentary. Moving your body is a huge catalyst for me. So this morning on the bike, I did intervals, and I really had to man up and do hard things because I've not sprinted at that many watts before on the indoor trainer, which is a lot different watts and power output than outdoor training. But in actually just gritting my teeth and knuckling down and focusing on that hard moment in time, I could get through it. And it really landed for me that this is the reality of us right now in the world. We can get through this. You can do hard things. You can do hard things. We were born quite often in a hard way, right? I don't know what your childbirth was like for you to come into this earth, but not all of us came through easily. We as adult humans have so much power and control over where our attention is, where our focus is, and where we choose to spend our time, what we choose to do with our time, who we choose to do it with. So allow your attention and your focus to be very, what's the right word? Careful. Really be selective with where you are investing your energy, your time. And when things feel heavy, which is what I wanted to jump on and speak about today, which I'm getting to, when things feel heavy, choose again. Choose again. I'm going to shut this door. When things feel heavy, look at what has weighed you down. Now, I'm, as I said, acutely aware that Sydney is struggling right now. My family are there. My existence is from Sydney, and I have associates there as well, and the weight of it is huge. I did not know that the military were on the streets of Sydney already. Last weekend, it was my parents that told me when I spoke to them. But what we can do right now is look at where our attention is and take control of it. What you can control is yourself. And you might even be able to help out someone else. So my intention here is to actually help you see the light and be your light here. If you are struggling with how things are where you are right now, take responsibility for where your mind and your intention is. Switch off what doesn't serve you. Don't speak to people that are weighing you down. And I know that sounds horrible, but they need love too. I get that. Send them love, send them support, send them help. If you acutely and directly know someone who needs support right now, please send them my account. I have capacity to help people right now. And if just spend some time chatting to them and help them see differently and step out of the weight and the energy that they're in. I am available for this. I spoke just now to my closed private Facebook group on this same topic, and I was like, I need to offer the same support to the Instagram world or the Facebook world and really step up and support. So while I have energy and capacity to help, and I'm like, for those who don't know human design, I'm a generator. So basically, I have a huge capacity to generate energy, life force, enthusiasm. It's like massive by my nature, which is kind of cool because it makes sense as to why I've always had a lot of energy and a lot of drive and a huge capacity to shine a light and be a motivator. I loved motivating people in the physio Pilates exercise realm when that was my entire goal for work and income. But now I do it personally and for the mind and for the nervous system. So I just want to share 3 things, which I'm going to do as a reel today. So you have to stay tuned for that. 3 things you can do and control right now. A, B, C. Remember this. A, appreciate all that you do have right now. Running water, a roof over your head, a healthy family, happy children, even though they might do your head in, even though you might not be able to leave the house, even though you can't choose your normal food or get takeaway or go out for dinner. I get it. Change your view, change where your mind is, focus on what you do have to turn it around. That's number 1, appreciate what you do have. Number 2, breathe. Breathe. Our nervous system relies on our lung function, our oxygen capacity, our heart rate responds in accordance to the amount of oxygen that is in our blood flow in our system and the oxygen demand of our body. So if we are constantly not creating an oxygen intake into our system and our body, your heart rate goes up. Because your body's like, okay, we need more oxygen. So your heart rate goes up to pump the blood to the muscles and to the body to respond to a shortage of oxygen or a high oxygen demand, which is why your heart rate goes up when you exercise, right? So if we're not breathing fully and properly, you're putting your body into a state of stress, and we know that a state of stress leaves us highly susceptible to illness. I watched an amazing live by a man who is in America who had COVID for 4 days. It was freaking incredible. If you want to hear this, I can send you the link. Just comment in here and I can send it to you. But he basically allowed his body to go into a stress state, which then drops your immune system. So if we can keep our bodies lighter, so not as stressed, and I know this is really hard to hear, but this is why we have to practice a really fierce discernment in where we are investing our time and our energy. So what you can do with your breathing is find a breathwork class online. There's tons of free breathwork things online right now to support humanity, to support us. It is there. Google it. Again, if you want me to send you someone that's doing a breathwork thing online, I will send it to you. Easy. I'm here to support you. Number 1, breathe, okay? If you're not into breathwork, fine. Google how to breathe to calm my system down. Google breathing exercises. Breathing regulates your whole nervous system to such an enormous amount that it's invaluable. So get onto your breathing. So we've got A, appreciate, and B, breathing so far. The third one, C, is center yourself. And what I mean by that is to cut the distractions, get rid of the things that are dragging you down, return to your heart space and return to those things that you actually love and those things you actually enjoy. And look, this is something that I usually go through in one-on-one coaching with people all the time. We have to return to ourselves to create great relationships. We have to return to ourselves to look at our health and our illnesses. We have to return to ourselves and our body to get through injury. These are the things that I've done my whole life to help people with. And right now, to move through this, you want to return to your heart, to yourself, to your truth. And again, if you're not sure what that means or you don't know how to do that, send me a message. I will send it to you. I'm here for you. I'm here of service. And returning to ourselves means taking in too how you're really feeling. We don't want to be moving through this in a suppressed, numbed out, oblivious, medicated state unless we have to. Obviously, there's a place of medication. I'm quite anti-medications, like as in tablets and drugs. So the other way around this is to return to your heart, feel how it's feeling, and shift through it. The feeling doesn't pass until we actually experience it fully and wholly in our bodies, just so you know. The feeling is the healing. So you don't want to ignore how you're feeling with all the shit going on in the world right now. But return to you. Chop off and dissociate anything that is dragging you down. I know this sounds horrible. I know. But the more you can protect your energy, the more you protect your health, the more you can protect your attention, your family, and the more likely you're actually going to be able to support other people within your community, within your circles to move through this. So please let me know if this is helpful for you or if you need more tips because you're already doing those things and they're not working. That's something that I used to say, I'm doing all the things and they're not working. So I've been there. So yeah, let me know like how this lands for you all. I'm just going to check in with what's going on here and who's here. Hello. How does this sound? How is this landing? I'm hoping that through what is right now, if nothing else, lean on the things that light you up more than ever. So I always talk about grounding in messages or posts, and grounding for yourself right now as an extra tip or tool will be to go outside. Go outside, get in the sunshine. Okay, the sunshine's really important for your immune system as well, in case you've forgotten today. Go out in the sun, 15 minutes if you're sun sensitive. Obviously, take into account UV and all of that sort of stuff. Wear sunscreen if it's the wrong time of year for you because you're in the northern hemisphere. And allow the sun to help protect your system. It will do that. Take your shoes off, go out, put your feet on the grass. This will help to bring you down from that heightened arousal state of all the adrenaline, the cortisol, all the stress hormones that are running in our life right now. Bring it down. Drink tons of water, guys. Tons. Like when people are moving through healing or a shift coaching session with me, I tell them to drink 4 liters of water in the day. 4 liters is a lot, but we need 1 liter per 22 kilos of your body weight. Just in case, again, you've forgotten. Drink a lot of water, help your nervous system really reduce its sensitivity and stay quite grounded and calm. So I'm sending everyone tons of love right now and really feeling the reality for Sydney-siders and the weight of what is going on. I absolutely understand and I get it, but I am here. If you need support, please send me a message. Try your ABCs, appreciate, breathe, center or connect. Another word that just came to mind there as to what that actually means. Connect with yourself, connect with your family. That will help your nervous system cope as well. If you need any help, support, references for anything here, please send me a message. Otherwise, I'm going to go and have my lunch now. And again, I see you all. I know that things are tricky and I know that things are hard. And just focus your attention, your energy, and know that this will pass. Might pass like a fucking kidney stone, but it will. Stay safe. Take the empowerment and the sovereign choice to look after yourself and look after others, as I've always said. Look after yourself and others. Okay, bye.